Hello Internetians, my name is Josh, aka Ultra Player, welcoming you to PML week number 10. I have some explaining to do. So, I'm missing a lot of PML videos recently, so I gotta go over that. So what happened during the first week, I think I already explained this in one video. I think it was one of the MLP videos, but it was just a very bad matchup for me. I played horribly. I built horribly. I was not happy with how I just was in general. And yeah, so I didn't record it. It's not because I lost. Like, I don't mind uploading losses. I upload losses all the time. It's just, yeah, I was not happy with that. The next week, I don't want to talk about what happened that week, but, like, there's me getting hacked, and me getting mad, and what happened, and me getting mad, and I didn't want to upload all the things that was going on. Like, I was really upset with what was going on. I don't want to talk about it, but know that we lost. The first week we lost 5-0. That week we won in a narrow 1-0. Anyway, and then the next week was so the people who we faced Chelsea and Coach Chappy Chap. Or no, Chicago Chickaritas and Coach Chappy Chap. You remember him from the MLP the MLP playoffs where we won. Then we faced Skylar in the Midwest Masquerades, so props to him for getting his first win versus me, I think. No, he might have beaten me before. I don't know. Not important. And then Zach, coach of the Wichita Wheat Files, pulled a forfeit on us. I don't know, I guess he was busy. Maybe he knew because he's Shady Penguin and I may drive, and that he's not allowed to beat me. Like, if he beats me in league format ever, then the universe collapses and bad things just happen. Yeah, so he's not allowed to beat me. Moving on, week number 10 is here, and we are facing off against the Portland Porygons and Coach E-Rob. I don't know if I've ever uploaded a battle versus him. Might have, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I faced him before. I met him in one league called the PCL, and when PML Season 3 started, somehow he got recruited, and it was really funny because I was like, wait, E-Rob? From PCL? What? Small world. Very small world. Anyway, the first time we ever faced, it was really cool. I brung Nasty Plot. I brung a really weird Infernate. Like, I brung an Infernate that touched about 7 Mons on his team out of like 12. And it came in handy. That's what I needed it for. It was like Nasty Plot, Grass Knot, Vacuum Wave, Hidden Power Ice. And it won. It was a Payapa Berry, so I could set up on his Lottie, on his Roserade, and then just kill everything, which is nice. So there's that. Really, really interesting match. I think what ended up happening was Roserade was in against my Infernate last Mon, and he used Extra Sensory as I Nasty Plotted, killed off his Roserade, Vacuum Waved his Scarfed Excadrill, and won. And then after that, in the PML Season 3, he beat me with a sub SD Cobalion, which was really nice. And then the next one, I brought all kinds of fire. I brought all kinds of heat. I brought some of the most weirdest things you'll ever. I brought Offensive Trick Room Bronzong. I brought Life Orb Granbull. I brought Weakness Policy, Sunny Day, Entei with Fire Blast, Solar Beam, and Iron Tail, which is really cool. But anyway, that is who we're facing, and we have a team that we have to go over. First off, we have to go over his team, and it's finally back. His team is right below us. He has a Landorus Incarnate, one of the scariest mons in this format. We have seen how dangerous it can be, especially against me, but I believe I prepped very well for it. He has an Infernate, a very, very good mon. I've used it, like I said, I've used it in the past. It's super scary. It's a fighting type, which we all know is my kryptonite. So there's that. But I believe I have good answer for it. He has a Crobat, a very fast mon, very good defogger, very good support mon, very good offensive mon. Handles my Scolipede to an extent, unless I have Rock Slide, so He might want to use that, though I expect that Mega Scizor to be his Scolopy check. He has a Vaporeon, a Mon he really likes, and a Mon I really like. I love Vaporeon, except when I have to face it. It is such a threat. It walls almost everything on my team. It's so crazy, and it's going to be the biggest threat I see on his team. He has a Sneasel, the baby version of our MVP in Weavile. Ice Dark type, very threatening, low attack stats, so that's something to take note of. I don't really know if he's going to bring it because I have ways to handle it. I mean, looking at my team, I have a Skarmory, I have an Umbreon that can handle it to an extent, I have a Gramble, I have a Miltank, I have a Mega Blastoise. Like, if I don't see it, like, I'm not going to be surprised. He does not have a Sand Slash. No one updated the dock. He made a trade for Rotom Spin. Electric, it's a Rotom form, so we already know it's good, but it has electric. Get rid of that. It's an electric flying type. It's very good. It's very offensive, and it's very good. Does pretty well against my team. I 100% expect him to bring it because he straight up asked if I trade for it, do I get to use it against the New York Metagross? Haha. So there's that. So I had to prepare for that. He has a Mega Scizor, the one of some people will argue this, but it's definitely one of the best, probably top 2 best Mons. The only one that could possibly beat is maybe Landorus or Clefable, but it's definitely one of the top Mons in OU. It is one of the best Mons you're ever going to see in this format, and it is so annoying to deal with. I've used it before, and it's not my cup of tea because I'm not a fan of 4 times weaknesses. Like, I get so nervous around 4 times weaknesses. Do I have any 4 times weaknesses on this team? I don't. Okay, great. But I get so nervous around using them, so. The thing is, I don't really expect SD. Like, I expect when we have a defensive variant, I expect something that can defog. I expect that to be his defogger. If he brings it in Crobat, I much more expect Scizor to have defog, just because, like, he can't do too much. He, like, an SD set, it's not really going to do a lot because, like, I have a Skarmory, I have a Mega Blastoise, I have a Scolopy, or not Scolopy, but I have a Semi-Seer, I have all kinds of ways to kind of check and kind of handle. And like I said, I do have a Skarmory, the best counter to Mega Scizor in the game. Unless he's offensive with superpower and gets me down low enough, I can take it. Take it on. Here's a Snorlax, very versatile, very scary Mon. Pure normal type, very bulky, high HP, high attack, high speed def. No speed, very low special attack, and decent, very low defense, but able to mitigate that with stuff like Curse, and that high HP set. Can run stuff like Assault Vest, can run stuff like Choice Band, can run stuff like Curse, which is really threatening. I also noticed that on his team he has a Sneasel, a Mega Scizor, and a Snorlax, all which can Pursuit Trap me. Fun! Get to deal with that. Very scary Mon, but again, I do have ways to handle it. Here's a Roserade. It's a very good sleeper Mon. Something people want to, again, like a sleeper Mon, it can put stuff to sleep. But it's also like a very underrated Mon. It's something that a lot of people just don't think about until it's staring them, until a Life Orb Leaf Storm is staring them down in the face. Lucky for me, I do have a very good stop to it in Spadef Miltank, and I have a Skarmory, and I have an Umbreon, and I have all kinds of stuff. So you'll see how we have planned for that. Haxorus, another Mon that I've used, and another Mon that I really like. Offensive Dragon type, Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, Taunt. Oh crap, it's scary. Yeah, it's a very scary threat. I don't know if he'll bring it, just because I have stuff like Skarm, which hard walls it. Even if he wants to bring Taunt, like, I can still handle it. I also have stuff like Tangrowth and Mega Blastoise to handle it. I have Priority Ice Shard with Mamoswine. I have a Miltank. I have a Gramble. So he's kind of limited with that. It's on the, I don't really expect him to bring it, but if he does, I still have to be ready for it. And last but not least is that. Regular Sableye. If it wasn't for that thing, Hitmonlee would have been the first thing I picked and would have killed everything on his team. But I can't. I had a set in mind that I thought might be able to work, but like Sableye, Priority Recovery, and Priority Will-O-Wisp is just too much for Hitmonlee. Maybe, if we ever rematch him, we'll see what happens. But for the most part, it's another annoying mon that I really expect him to bring. Like, Priority Will-O-Wisp and Recovery is just so good against me. But, moving on. On to our team. First mon we are bringing is Simisear. Life Orb Simisear with Fire Blast, Low Kick, Knockoff, and Endeavor. A set that was... I had helped built with my friend Jake. And... what? Oh. It does very good against his team. He doesn't have a lot of good Simisear switch-ins, other than Vape. Because Snorlax does not want to take a low kick. Knockoff is really good against his team. My plan with this, or the plan that me and Jake came up with, was use this to constantly try and whittle stuff down on his team. Start whittling down Vaporeon, constantly put pressure on it. I originally had Toxic on there, which was going to be interesting, and Grass Knot. But the point is to get worn down with Life Orb, and then eventually hit him with that Endeavor, and be like, oh. So, you know. That said, I just have max speed, max special attack to hit as hard as possible with the Fire Blast and Speed Tie with... wait, what? No. No. I want max HP. To Speed Tie with... no, I don't. Do I? I don't think it matters. No. I'm gonna leave it like that, just because I want it as low as possible. I want that Vaporeon the low as possible. I'm gonna leave it with a 1 instead of a 9 like I normally do. Just because if I take all this Life Orb recoil, if I take I'm sorry, I didn't sleep that much last night. Got home at 5 a.m. Woke up at like 10:30, like 5:30 a.m. actually. Anyway, but like if I get worn down with Life Orb, I end up at like 1 HP, and then I can just Endeavor and it'll be at 1 HP, and I can just kill it with anything. So there's that. Minus Pidef because I want as much defense as possible so I can have a soft check to Mega Scizor, which is nice. Moving on, I had to bring this mon just because. No, I have to. Like, there's nothing to say about it. Like, it's the best mon against his team. Like, it is the biggest. It's one of the biggest defensive threats to him. Landorus Eye, big threat. Life Orb Focus Blast is the only thing that can 2-hit KO me. Life Orb Hidden Power Fire does not 2-hit KO me with the Spadef. I take on most variants of Landorus and Carter, and he has hit 2 Focus Blasts to beat me. Ah. And if he is actually Yachi Berry to handle Mamoswine, then he cannot take 2-hit KO me with Sheer Force Focus Blast, which is really, really nice. It stops the Crobat. I have a Lost Pidef, so I can take on the Crobat set I expect. I fully expect a special Crobat, and you'll see that I plan for it later down the road. I am so confident that that thing is coming. Just because if he does bring an SD Scizor, if he doesn't bring any Defog, first of all, he's screwed. But for some reason, if he wants to bring, like, Crobat like that to help wear down my Skarmory for stuff like Haxorus or make a Scizor or something, then he's going to bring a special variant to lure me in and Heat Wave me. And so I plan for that. I have Rocky Helmet to stop the Volt turn if I think his Infernape's going to go for U-turn or if Landorus going to go for U-turn Crobat, etc. If I find out that he is just straight up physical Crobat, just walls it for all of eternity. Like, I do expect a Super Fang Heat Wave. Like, I can fully see that happening. Sneasel, Mega Scizor, like, Rocky Helmet is just gonna chip away at a lot of those over and over. It's gonna be so nice. I cannot switch this into Sableye because I do not want to take the knockoff. But, yeah. Very good stuff right here. Just hard walls, half his team. We have Whirlwind on there to keep the Scizor from mess setting up, to keep the Snorlax from cursing, to keep the Haxorus from Dragon Dancing, to keep the Crobat from maybe nasty plotting on me, to just Whirlwind out stuff and help maybe wear down his team, because I do see I am bringing spikes this match. He does have 2 defoggers, but the one I expect, Mega Scizor, will be taking damage from spikes and Stealth Rocks constantly. And if it's Crobat, he takes 25% from Stealth Rock. So having spikes and Stealth Rock constantly going up really puts pressure on him and forces him to defog and forces his stuff to be worn down. You do see that I am bringing, you'll see that I'm bringing a lot of more bulk this match than I normally do. Like, it's a lot of bulk, and I'm kind of like, about it. I'm still, like, debating Simisear right now. Like, I do have a Hitmonlee that I might want to bring, but, like, Sableye is just such an issue. Not worth. I have Roost, Brave Bird, I want that just in case he wants to. Just because, there's no really reason not to bring Iron Head, in all honesty. The only mon he has on his team that resists Brave Bird is Rodent Spin, and I have ways to handle that. Like I said, this Spadef is to take 2 HP Fires from a Life Orb Landorus and 2 Focus Blasts from a non-Life Orb Landorus. So there's that. Y'all. Snapchat. And then the rest I just put in Physical Defense to help take U-turns better and stuff. Fully expect Skarmory to do a lot. Next we have Gallagher. I noticed that Skarmory, like, is not a good Roserade check because HP Fire, like, does a lot. It's Life Orb, so I need a way to handle Roserade. So I have a leftovers Miltank here. With that Spadef, I take 2 Life Orb Sludge Bombs after leftovers, and the set I kind of threw together. The rest went into defense to make me more bulky and be able to handle stuff like Snorlax better and just everything better. Ice Punch I feel like is the best coverage. That way I can stop Lander from being setup fodder for Landorus. I can hit the Crobat pretty hard. I can hit Rhoda really hard. I can hit Roserade back really hard. I can hit Haxorus back really hard. 5 Mons. 5 Mons weak to Ice. Had to bring it. Body Slam for stuff like Vaporeon. Hopefully the Paras. You'll see what my plan is for like, Vaporeon is such an issue that I have to plan kind of other things. Like, paralyzing it will be really good, and doing something else that you'll see on the next one is going to be really good. And then this is going to be my rocker. I have Sap Sipper, so I can switch into Sleep Powders, I can switch into Leaf Storms, I can switch into Giga Drains. Roserade's not an issue. Subsea won't work on me. Like, having the Sap Sipper, I was, like, debating so many, all 3. I was debating every single ability. Body Slam to hit Sableye, or Scrappy to hit Sableye with Body Slam. I had Thick Fat for stuff like to be able to take fire moves from Infernape, to be able to handle Sneasel better, and etc. But Sap Sipper's just so good because that makes that Roserade completely worthless. He has to be Spec Sludge Bomb to 2-hit KO me, and then if he goes for Sludge Bomb, then I can go into Dynablade, or I can protect the switch, the double into Rotom, etc., etc. The defense, it's really nice how this bulk just works out, because what the defense does, it lets me not get 2-hit KO'd by Sneasel's Life Orb Blow Kick, so I can use this as a good check to it. So that's nice. I feel like something right there in my mouth, and it's making it really hard to yawn and swallow. Anyway, no speed investment. There's not really any speed here I wanted to hit with Dynablade or Gallagher, just because everything outspeeds me. His team is incredibly fast. It's ridiculous. So the next one we are bringing, again, another set that was really helped suggested by Jake Sherman, is Latios. Trick, Roost, Psyshock, Dragon Pulse. If Vaporeon wears that scarf, I am in such a good position. Because that means it's really hard for him to wall, everything on my team. Because Vape walls Scolipede to an extent, unless I SD, and he gets a burn. Doesn't get a burn. It can wall Latios somewhat. It stops Skarmory, it can stop Umbreon, make Blastoise, Miltank, Granbull, Simisear. Like, if he brings the right bulk, it can stop almost anything. I have enough speed for an Adamant or Modest Landorus Incarnate to outspeed that if it's Choice Scarfed, or outspeed it if he just isn't afraid of Simisear. Which could happen. With my speed tiers, unless he's like deathly afraid of Simisear, which he has ways to handle it, he will not bring Timid. So I don't feel like I need to waste all the speed making it outspeed Timid Landorus Incarnate. What this does, this crazy spread, this lets me handle have a check 2 Rodent Spin, because again, I'm going to need one. A very good, solid. I do not get 2-hit KO'd by Specs Air Slash, Timid Specs Air Slash from Rodent Spin. I do expect him, if he brings Rodent Spin, if he's not like Scarfed or something, I expect the most damage I expect him to be able to do is Timid Specs. I don't expect Mono Specs whatsoever, because then he gets outsped by Mamoswine and Mega Blastoise. So he has to bring Timid. I have Max HP, I have enough for Adamant Lair, Neutral, Max Speed, Landorus Incarnate, and then I throw the rest in Special Attack, and it helps me make some really nice benchmarks. I Oko Infernape, I Oko Crobat, and I Oko Swordsraid 100%. Anyway, with Psyshock. Dragon Pulse does a lot. I'm pretty sure Dragon Pulse is an Oko on Haxorus. It destroys Sneasel. Like, this set is going to do really well, and I don't really need all the special attack. Should he be a fully specially defensive or fully specially Infernape, this stops it. Which is something I wanted. I had to have 2 checks to Infernape just because it's that much of a threat. The biggest threat to me is if he is a Banded Infernape, because Banded U-Turn is going to do a lot. I can still take on physical versions of Infernape, like U-Turn still does a good amount, but like this thing really just like is better for a special Infernape. For physical Infernape, we have Gramble. Again, unless he's Poison Jab, like this is another way to handle Sneasel. Like I don't expect that Sneasel. If I see Sneasel, I'm gonna be shocked. I don't expect Sneasel. Let me tell you what I expect. I expect the Infernape. I expect the Rodent Spin. I expect the Vaporeon. I expect possibly the Snorlax, the Sableye, and the last mon's probably gonna be Landorus Incarnate or Mega Scizor. Snorlax doesn't have to come, honestly. I do expect 100% Infernape is going to be there. Rodent Spin is going to be there. Vaporeon is going to be there, and Sableye is going to be there. His last 2 mons are a toss-up between Landorus Incarnate, Mega Scizor, Snorlax, and Crobat. Most likely, it's going to be probably Mega Scizor, or most likely it's going to be Mega Scizor and then Landorus Incarnate. He could bring Crobat because he likes Crobat, but besides the point, we have a fully physically defensive Granbull here. Takes on Smeagol. Precious! Takes on Sneasel unless it's Poison Jab. Takes on a lot of his mons if it doesn't have poison coverage. Can take hits from physical Landorus once you intimidate it. And takes hits from physical Granbull. A Life Orb Gunk Shot has a very small chance of 2-hit KO me. You see we're running Resto Chesto, and that's because I want to have 2 Granbulls this match. I want to be able to heal it up and get back into the action. I have Super Fang, which is going to be a really nice wearing down kind of move. I have Play Rough, and I have Fire Punch for the Mega Scizor, and the Roserade, and the Smeargle. I don't need it for Smeagol. But Fire Punch is a really good coverage move with Grambull in this set. And it's been fully physically defensive. And the last mon, you know we have to bring this. Look at his team. His answer is Mega Scizor. Because Vaporeon, let me just show you something. Vaporeon, standard, in fact, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Max, Bold. Mamoswine, Life Orb Attacker, Adamant Earthquake, 49.5. This is one of the few mons that that Vaporeon does not want to take a hit from. And this just more cements my theory that I could see Mega Scizor. Because it's his best answer to it. Because it's the only thing that can really avoid being 2 KO'd. But that'll be good because I can get a chip damage off on it with Skarmory. If I get up hazards, then he he does not want to take stuff. I have enough speed. I wanted Adamant because it gives me the best chance of dealing with Vaporeon. I have Superpower for the Snorlax, because it does a lot. I have Earthquake and Icicle Crash because it kills everything. His only answer to this is Mecha Scizor, because Vaporeon is not an answer. Snorlax might be able to take a hit. I didn't really calculate versus Snorlax. Never mind. Snorlax can take some hits. Looks like. Yeah, it can avoid a 2-hit KO from Earthquake, but it does not want to take an Earthquake and a Superpower. Yeah. Oh my god. It doesn't want to take anything in a Superpower. So this could also be an answer to it, but again, this thing just does a lot of work. Ice Shard is going to be able to pick off the Landorus Incarnate. Ice Shard is going to be able to pick off the Crobat, the Rotom Spin, etc. Mamoswine, if Mamoswine does not get a kill this match, then E-Rob is the best planner in the planet, because this thing just kills everything. But that, I gotta go get E-Rob awake. Gotta go bug him. I gotta go bug him until he wakes up and battles me. So that is our team. Looking forward to it. Like I said, we are 5-4 with +1 differential, and we have to win out. I cannot lose, or I'm probably not going to make playoffs, and I'm going to be really upset. Anyway, that's that. Peace out, guys.